Speed Robo here with today's episode of Blitz Brawl. It's the day after Halloween. Hopefully it wasn't too scary for you, but we're going to ask the resident expert of fear, I guess. I made that up on the spot, Caird.
I mean, I had a very fun Halloween. Not sure about you, but it seems as though they're already going.
Yo, yeah, they're taking off. There's no fear from these two players. Up on blue, we have Thereisnotry, and down on red, we have everyone's favorite starfish, Patrick. It looks like an ARENGARD versus ARENGARD matchup this week. Caird, can you give me a little bit of analysis on these two lists?
Well, I mean, I think it's a classic Aurelia build. One scale mail, short sword, and then Aegis and Fervor. I think we've seen it quite a few times, and it looks like it's going to be fun. And I mean, they're playing Blitz, so absolutely get the heroes down immediately. Because there's very little, that you might mess around with it there. But I do like to see Felguards on Tristan. That makes him very scary to deal with.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Felguards on Tristan. Like, I feel like that item was custom made for that hero. If you go back and watch on my personal channel, I did a breakdown of like each hero's type, and Tristan I showed as like the signature tank hero, whereas Aurelia is kind of the like, you can build her as like a damage caster or a magic damage machine, and we're seeing that here with the Sun's Fervor and the short sword giving her imbued charging.
Absolutely, and that imbued is going to do very well against the knight, or both knights, that Patrick's bringing.
Yeah, I think so. We're seeing a Spell Cradle Seraph go down on Patrick's side. This is going to increase the cast range spell power or allow him to ignore spellproof on his Grand Wizard. Looks like Grand Wizard's going to be the centerpiece of this army, and
absolutely.
I think he's going to use it kind of like a magic catapult.
I mean, aside from really the Ultra Knight, I don't see, or the Ultra Knight and the Pegasus, I don't see much that can immediately threaten a more frontline Grand Wizard here.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I don't know.
One thing that see where Patrick drafts it, but
yeah, this is really going to depend on
front
draft
pocket
positioning.
is scary.
I agree. What? Sorry, I keep cutting you off because I've got so many thoughts going through my head right now. Because I used to be like a Grand Wizard main. I've won tournaments with this thing. What I keep seeing here is that when you are focused on Grand Wizard, you want to go first, and the reason why you want to go first is that you can protect your Grand Wizard by giving it shield, or just moving it out of the way, or otherwise blocking it. Because if Patrick's because if Patrick's not careful here, going second, his Grand Wizard could auto die, and that's the worst case scenario. In addition, if you go first with Grand Wizard, you can give it that Spell Cradle Seraph buff immediately, and that is a huge threat and blocks off a massive amount of zoning and hexes that your opponent simply can't move, or they just eat an Arcane Blast.
I mean, there is also the Angel. Combine the Angel with the shield and the Seraph onto the Grand Wizard, and suddenly it's tanky and terrifying.
Yeah. I think we're going to see Grand Wizard throwing some Kamehameha blasts around. He's going to become Master Roshi.
I do like the double tactician as well, with a lot of ranged stuff, such as the crossbowmen and obviously the archers. Also, that +1 power is going to be really good to just cut through some of Patrick's stronger units.
Yeah, one combo I like is actually giving +1 movement or +1 range to crossbowmen.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, I love doing that. This is just a really solid, like, bread and butter ARENGARD lineup. You've got, the heavy knight sort of build of Aurelia. You've got an Ultra Knight. You've got a Dawnbringer. You've got the Skyrain Pegasus. I mean, Thereisnotry. His fundamentals are just so solid in this game. He's always going to be a threat.
I mean, also just the sheer number of units, the crossbowman, the shield bearer. There's so many more actions and lower gold stuff on Thereisnotry's side that Patrick might struggle just out of action economy.
Maybe, but there's a lot of things on Patrick's side that trades very well. I think that it's going to come down to, can Patrick flank with these knights? If so, I think he can win.
Absolutely. I mean, getting those knights around and threatening the lower, squishier units, aside from, the Ultra Knight and the Paladin in the center, that would be really good.
Yeah.
But that Ultra Knight is going to be a big, big thing that Patrick is going to have to deal with.
Man, actually, that Ultra Knight's really scaring me, especially with its positioning, because check this out.
Yeah.
If that Knight in front of the Grand Wizard moves,
it's a dead Grand Wizard.
Ultra Knight gets +1 movement from Tactician, and even if the Grand Wizard has 2 shield, it still gets taken out.
Yep.
That's not
effectively pinned in the draft.
Yeah, that's really bad. You don't want to see that. And this is, well, and like you say, pinned in the draft, and that's exactly why I talk about the draft as like your openings for chess. Sorry, I forgot the word of the game. What the game was named.
Yeah, absolutely.
My brain's still a little bit foggy after the Halloween party last night.
It's still 8 gold, but just Felguards and Arrest on Tristan is like, I mean, now that Tristan has Steadfast as well, that's just, you can't go near him.
I think this Tristan, genuinely, hear me out on this. There's no, like... If I'm Patrick, right now, move 1, not even kidding, Tristan, center.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so good. Because even with, Felguard does Armor 1 and Magic Resist 1.
It's so good. It's just that good.
Well, we've already got Shield Bearer, give him a shield to the Longbow Archer.
Yep.
And Squire appears to have just exhausted itself.
Dude, Squire is so good. Oh my gosh.
It's an interesting turn 1 play to effectively give the turn 1 to your opponent.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily that. I get what he's going for, because we were just talking about how scary Tristan is, how scary, Grand Wizard is. Right now, Thereisnotry doesn't really want to approach.
Right.
And if I was him, I wouldn't really want to approach this either until I see where these sort of buffs are going, right? I want to see where the shield bearer puts the shield. I want to see what Angel does. I want to see is Grand Wizard going to get cast range or spell power? I don't know yet. So using some of my smaller units to just sort of force my opponent into making these calls so that I can react to them, I think is a good idea.
Absolutely. I think that that's one of the benefits of having so many actions, is that you can sort of say, no, you're doing your thing now.
Right, exactly. You can sort of force your opponent into making the tough calls before you have to make your tough calls. And a lot of times that's what 2 gold and 3 gold units are just good for. Like sometimes, you want to get your value out of them, you want to develop, but just like pushing upon 1 square forward, sometimes what you need to do.
This is a scary play here by Thereisnotry on the Ultra Knight.
Yeah.
+1 power.
That's...
I'm not sure if I like it this early though, because it removes the threat to the Grand Wizard.
Here's what I'm thinking, actually, right? So that the Knight doesn't get got. Is that +1 power?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, it is +1
they
power.
changed it to yeah.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. So here's what I'm thinking. Angel gives the Knight 2 shield.
Possibly. But then again, I'm thinking sacrifice the knight. If that Ultra Knight charges in, then you can use Tristan and the Angel. You disarm him, and you just kill it with either Tristan or the Angel, or the Grand Wizard, or a bunch of other stuff. I think charging it in this early would be a mistake.
That's not a bad idea. Here's why. I definitely see what you're going with for it. Let me just play devil's advocate a little bit, because I'm not
absolutely
super excited about it. And the reason why I'm not super excited about it is twofold. One, the Ultra Knight doesn't need to come in right now. It can wait until pretty late in the round, when your Grand Wizard may have already done something, Tristan may have already done something, right? Like, I don't think you're going to be able to get punish on this take this round. And if you don't do it this round, then you've got Aurelia's Solar Aegis?
That's true.
And that's not great.
I do think, though, that it would be a misplay from Thereisnotry to charge in the Ultra Knight, simply because it's a 15 gold unit that can be killed for taking an 8 gold unit. It puts it too vulnerable.
Yeah.
If you want to heal it with the priest, then you're going to have to move the priest into a suboptimal position. There's the Grand Wizard who could easily get +1 spell power. There's all sorts of stuff that a Ultra Knight into the Knight right now would just not be good.
I agree. I mostly agree. Yeah. The other thing that I'm looking at, right, is Ultra Knight cannot be disarmed. So...
That's true.
I don't know. I see your point, but me, in my soul, I'm a Gath main, and I look at this, and I want my Ultra Knight to just hurt something. I just do.
I mean, yeah, it's fun.
Because it's funny.
But I do think that the waiting to see what goes on with the Ultra Knight is probably better. And again, I've said it a couple of times now, but the sheer number of actions that Thereisnotry has means that the Ultra Knight charging in could be the last thing that's done, and that's so much more threatening to Patrick.
I agree. Looking at like the builds in hindsight, because in Blitz you just kind of.
I don't think that's a valid move.
Wait.
That Paladin has 2 movement.
No, it has 3 because of the Tactician, right?
Oh right, yeah. Is that a +1 movement?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Interesting play.
I think it's kind of good, actually. Like.
Yeah. Makes it slightly vulnerable.
The more I'm looking at it and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I like it. But what I was going to say, with the power of hindsight, everyone's favorite superhero, Captain Hindsight, flying in here.
Absolutely.
I think for Patrick's list, for the viewers at home, if you're wanting to try it yourself, which I do encourage, this is a very fun, like, bulky Tristan, super-powered Grand Wizard. Absolute blast to play. I think, instead of 2 elite swordsmen, maybe go 2 crossbowmen, 2 pikemen.
I might go bring in a halberdier.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
And then free up maybe, because it's a bulky Tristan, but potentially an extra power on it with a short sword or a demon tooth or something like that.
Ooh, that's good.
Where you can get off that +1 damage when you need to.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. I like where you're going with that. Halberdier, I think, is underplayed. I think you're right.
It's so underplayed.
Yeah. You could also turn the elite swordsman into regular swordsmen, and then do the similar thing.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun options you can do. Basically, what I'm saying is that I don't like elite swordsmen in this list.
Ooh, that is a very strong Ultra Knight right now. Shield bearer giving the shield there.
You know what?
Interesting idea, though.
The more I look at these two lists, the more these two strategies seem similar. Both lists are like, okay, let's have a really scary hero, and then let's choose one unit and buff the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling it. This is neat. Grand Wizard versus Ultra Knight. Who wins? Battle of the ARENGARD 15 golds.
I mean, there's your title.
Yeah, I've already got the thumbnail.
Yep.
I just wrote the thumbnail and the title. It's right there. Perfect. Flawless.
I do want to see what Aurelia is going to do, because Aurelia is scary with the short sword and the worm scale mail.
Yeah.
To knock her up to 6 health and 4 power. Like, that is scary, and she's not gone yet. And she's got a lot of things that she could do.
There is, and Patrick just did something super clever. He gave his elite swordsman +1 power instead of giving it the shield. So if something tries to kill it with the counter-strike, it's going to get burned.
Nice. Oh, and then the other way around.
Yep.
On the other one.
Yep, that's clever. That's very clever.
Counter-strike on the elite swordsman makes it so hard to deal with.
I agree. Which buff did the Grand Wizard get? Cast range. Okay.
That means that Ultra Knight is within Arcane Blast territory.
I mean, honestly, you could just shoot
Or
it in the face right now. I don't think that's bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
at this point, you can't really worry about the priest. You just can't.
Both sides have pretty solid priests at the moment, like, as in nothing's obviously threatening them.
Yeah. These priests, they're going to be around pretty much all game. They're going to be healing stuff pretty much all game.
I'm not sure about that, actually. That Pegasus, as soon as it moves, is threatening the priest.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
that's
but
not
that's what
necessarily the
knights are
best thing
for.
to go for, but it's threatening it.
Yeah, you got knights for that, you know.
Hell, move the Pegasus so that it's next to the elite swordsman, and it can just go rushing in and kill that priest.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Ooh. I don't like that move with the knight.
Yeah, that's fully opening the front line.
That's actually a dead knight.
Yeah.
Patrick, do not click your clock. That knight is dead 3 different ways. So, way number 1, Ultra Knight.
I think that's a misplay, 100%.
So, Ultra Knight kills it, Aurelia plus Pegasus kills it.
Even Ultra Knight kills it.
Yeah. Okay, good. He's can do math. Okay, excellent. Good. Woo! That was
very close there.
Very scary.
Hell, no, Aurelia can't quite, because yes. I always forget with the Demon Tooth that you can't do it when you charge.
Yeah, it has to, it's at the start.
Yeah, which would make it so much more scary.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I mean, Demon Tooth, 1 gold, 0 item slots, basically free point of damage. Like, it's still so good. Demon Tooth is such a great item.
The only problems that I have with it, I preferred it back when it did pure damage, just because I don't know, the physical damage means that it's so easily countered by armor that it's effectively, there's a group of units that you can't use on. But
yes, but counterpoint, as fun as pure damage is, it's also really good.
It is really good, yeah.
Like, pure damage is the best thing in the game, straight up. And that's part of the reason why I think Caladrix is so good. He has access to, like, dirt cheap pure damage, and a crap ton of it, too.
He is the most reliable source of pure damage, by far.
He just kind of teleports behind your knights, says nothing personal, kid, and then one-shots them.
It looks like, yep, that's the Grand Wizard.
Yeah,
on the
Patrick's thinking
Ultra
about it, thinking if he wants to lock
Yeah.
this in. Right now, I think it's probably his best move. No?
But he's not going for it. That's an interesting move.
I don't like that.
I don't hate it. I just think that it's better to get off the Grand Wizard now.
So the reason why I don't like it is that Elite Longbow Archer and then Aurelia just kills it.
Like what's probably going to happen now.
Yeah, that's pretty bad for... I don't like...
And the priest is just
gonna
gonna
heal. Not really a surprise, but you had to start getting some kind of action down on that Ultra Knight.
Yeah.
So the reason why that's super bad is Dawnbreeder Paladin now goes to E2.
Yeah.
I genuinely hear me out. If I'm Thereisnotry here, I actually just start skipping.
Yeah.
I really want to go first, and I want to Dawnbreeder really badly.
That's such a good Dawnbringer position. I think not skipping here was probably... Yeah, I think that's a misplay.
I would absolutely 100% skip here. Like, that's so good.
That said, there goes First Blood.
Yep, first unit off the board.
And I think there goes the Knight as well.
The Knight's Dunsky.
Yeah.
I would just have Aurelia grab this thing, honestly.
I think, yeah, that's probably... Of course, the thing is, that Paladin play is still an option because only one unit of those 5 can move.
Oh, yeah.
And the priest can't.
Yeah.
So, that could very reasonably be essentially, second turn of round 2.
What?
Because Thereisnotry doesn't need to do that first.
So I was going to say what the play is for Patrick's next turn is Tristan moves to D2 and arrests Skyrain Pegasus, but Skyrain Pegasus can't be debuffed. That's not an option. This is so bad for Patrick.
Yeah, I think Patrick's in a very dangerous situation
right
now. Aurelia's threatening basically all of his units.
Aurelia's... there's a
Paladin.
full-blown trident going on right now. Thereisnotry has pick of the litter. Oh my goodness.
Hell, you could
if you're Patrick, how do you get out of this?
Tristan. No, Steadfast. Tristan on, I mean, I feel like at this point you're pinning your hopes on the Grand Wizard and Tristan.
Yeah.
That said, there is the Angel that can bring back some of the squishy units. As soon as that priest dies, the Angel can bring it back.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I completely forgot about Angel Resurrect. That's a thing.
It's not amazing. Like, you'd rather keep your priest, but being able to get off that sunburst and killing the priest, that forces your Angel to use the mana on Resurrect rather than the shield.
Yep. So, just in case anyone's confused as to why Ultra Knight can still charge Tristan, Ultra Knight may charge units with Steadfast.
Yeah. That's an interesting play. Why hasn't the Ultra Knight taken... Yeah, it's taken Retaliation.
At this point... Oh no, Grand Wizard can't because they grabbed the shield on the center. Oh no!
Yeah. I mean, it feels like you use the Archer or the Seraph to, Archer to ping or Seraph to increase the power, but then you can't stop the Paladin.
This is so bad.
Patrick is in a very dangerous position.
Hey, here's the only thing I can think of, right? Tristan disarms Aurelia and moves to E2.
Yeah, but Tristan would still die immediately to the Ultra Knight,
Yeah,
or
which
even the
isn't good.
Pegasus. No, not quite to the Pegasus, but
Oh, that's right. Spell Cradle Seraph has flying, and its ability is combinable.
right. I
That's
mean,
okay. Okay, Patrick's not out yet. That's really
you
good.
you can still use the Archer to get rid of that Seraph, but like that's a decent play there. Yeah.
That's your best move at this point because it. Okay, that's we're in this. We're in this now.
I think that priest is still dying, probably to the Pegasus.
So I've got something kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Priest, if okay, so I'm thinking about this from Thereisnotry standpoint. You have to prevent your Ultra Knight from dying, so Priest heals Ultra Knight. Then,
Yeah.
what I would do is move the Tactician up to C7. Give Ultra Knight pathing.
Oh, straight into the Grand Wizard.
Yeah.
We do not see. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, just
that's fair enough.
yeah, just do that, right? Like that's.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we
no,
do
that
not
works.
see the pathing buff enough on the from the Tactician.
Oh my gosh, dude, I have gotten caught off so many times by there's this knight. I'm like, okay, it's blocked off. And then Dex does this all the time. By the way, shout out to Dex, absolutely amazing community member. He
Absolutely,
made
yeah.
this. He helped make this tabletop simulator mod what it is.
Oh,
Oh, yo, he just let his Ultra Knight
plus one spell
die.
power.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
I'm trade deal of the century, honestly. I'll lose my Tristan to get that Ultra Knight. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's an 8 gold Tristan.
Elite Swordsman takes... Skyrain needs to do something or it just gets taken by the Elite Swordsman.
Yeah. I think it's very interesting how Thereisnotry was in a very strong position and Patrick has turned that around in two moves.
Yeah, Patrick's, like, not out of this. Okay, so Skyrain takes the Priest, but that's not a problem because Angel can resurrect it.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
that would
Patrick's
burn
still
up.
hurting. He's still down a bit.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the fact
Tristan
that
and
the
a
sheer
knight.
fact that that Ultra Knight is gone now is a huge relief. If you can somehow cleanly take either the Dawnbringer or Aurelia this round, if you can find a way to do that.
I don't see an obvious way to take Aurelia. The Worm Scale Mail plus the shield means that a lot of stuff is going to have to go in.
Yeah.
The Paladin is more reasonably killed.
Paladin's more killable at this point.
That elite longbow archer can take it if it isn't healed.
Yeah, which I mean, so here's kind of what I'm looking at, right? If Dawnbringer goes down and Skyrain Pegasus goes down this round, the only threat that Thereisnotry has left is just Aurelia. Everything else that he has is a super whatever card.
Ping damage.
It's there for actions. It's there to get like 1 or 2 points of damage, whatever. I don't care. I still have my Grand Wizard and my Angel.
Yep.
Like, that's winnable. That's so winnable.
I think that Paladin needs to be healed.
That Dawnbringer Paladin needs to get healed right now.
If not, then that's a dead Paladin. That's a free take.
Yeah,
that's Archer.
That's a dead Paladin, and I genuinely, I think that if this Priest doesn't heal, Patrick wins the game.
Yeah, I think that's game.
Like, this Priest needs to heal right now, this turn. There's no other option.
I mean, now that we're in round 2, the Grand Wizard has... no.
Oh, wait, never mind. I guess this works. Actually, this is fine. Because now the Dawnbringer Paladin can't be attacked.
Yes. Still, I think it's moving it out of threat range. It makes that Grand Wizard slightly less dangerous, though. by taking out the Seraph,
Yeah.
which can just be resurrected by the Angel.
I mean, if like the Angel has 2 really good resurrect targets at this point, Seraph and Priest.
Yeah.
I know that Angel was kind of just brought to be a shield machine. And I actually kind of like that better. I mean, drop a shield on the Knight. Why not, right?
Interesting pass there by the Elite Longbow Archer.
No, the Elite Longbow Archer shot Aurelia's shield off.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
Yeah. Which, good move. Like...
Yeah.
And now we're going to be pushing up a bunch of our, like, Squires and Shield Bearers.
Yeah.
Close up around that center,
matter.
try to hold it. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, Angel's going to start shielding. Oh, it shields itself? That's...
Okay.
I like
no more
that,
resurrection,
actually.
though.
I think that's pretty solid.
It does mean that shield can go back onto the Grand Wizard once it's gone.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. But it does mean also that that priest is out. Nothing.
Yeah?
I'm not sure what heal targets Patrick would have, though. It's either the Angel or
Right,
the
exactly. That's
Knight,
what I was
to be
looking
honest.
at. I was like, if he does resurrect one of these, it kind of immediately dies to Aurelia or even a crossbowman.
Yeah.
I think just using Angel as the shield tank is better. I kind of like that. Oh my gosh, and Patrick gets to go first. Dawnbringer's
dead.
Dawnbringer's dead.
I don't think that Thereisnotry could I mean, Thereisnotry still has heal.
He does.
Move the priest to C6 and heal.
But even if he does that, then Grand Wizard just casts Fireball and it dies, right?
But that wipes out all of the Grand Wizard's mana and exhausts it, so it's no longer a threat, and Aurelia can just come charging in.
Hear me out. I think Grand Wizard is still a huge threat. First off, Diminish, still good, and secondly, still a solid archer with 5 health.
Yeah. But
Right.
if Grand Wizard blasts away the Paladin, it can't do much. It sort of, I mean, you know, it's very squishy, it can die. It's something
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would rather save that last Arcane Blast to throw on Aurelia's face. I would rather do that. I would rather do that all day. But I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I need these last 2, like, actually threatening units to go away as quickly as possible.
That's what I think this crossbowman's going to be doing.
Yeah.
As soon as the Grand Wizard's exhausted, that crossbowman can just wipe out that shield.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking here is my analysis was mostly correct, but I just kind of forgot how good crossbowman is, because crossbowman's really good.
Yeah, crossbowman now takes out that shield, and Aurelia can finish off the Grand Wizard.
That's not good. That's really bad. Oh my gosh, Knight is completely boxed in. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, no.
With Wormscale Mail, that Knight can't even touch Aurelia. 2 damage, 6 health. That's scary.
That's really bad. Yeah. I like it, honestly.
I don't. The crossbowman can deal with that later. Feel free, take 2 ping damage. Crossbowman will deal with it. Aurelia's power is just so good that I feel like that's not that great.
Okay. You know what? You're talking me around. You're talking me around on it.
Especially with Aurelia being able to fly, so can basically hit any single unit and do a lot of damage to it. That feels like the least worrisome unit to deal with.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's pretty good. No, wait, no, that's terrible. What am I talking about? Crossbowman and then Shield Bearer Squire.
Counter Strike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, like, I lose a shield bearer and a squire. What else are they gonna do, you know?
I mean, hell, you could even just give +1 power to the squire. And the tactician.
True. Or +1 power
Those
to the crossbowmen. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, but those tacticians not being dead is really, really helping.
Yeah.
Thereisnotry at this point.
Yeah, tactician is really good. It's showing up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's...
In fact, actually, yeah, sorry, Squire can just take Elite Swordsman.
Yeah. Angel is shielding...
Yep.
I don't... Okay, so the reason why I don't like that
lose.
is Tactician gives Longbow Archer power, and then Squire shouts Baba Booey, and then the Elite Swordsman dies.
It does mean that there's fewer things to deal to start chipping away at that Grand Wizard.
Yeah, all of that's true.
That diminish and just straight up being a decent archer will start being a threat.
All of that is true. I'm just saying, my man Patrick traded an Elite Swordsman for a Squire.
Yep.
I don't like that play.
And again, Squire is the best unit in the game.
Squire is the best unit in the game, granted. I mean, it says 2 gold on it, but we know Squire is like a 10 gold unit, at least.
Absolutely. I do think, though, Patrick has no way of dealing with Aurelia.
I don't know what we're...
Armor 1, 6 health, 4 power, there's nothing.
I don't know what we're going to do about Aurelia.
The Elite Swordsman as well is just too slow. Not having charging means that Aurelia can just sort of fly around the map and stay out of danger while everything pings it.
Yeah. Yeah. Elite Swordsman on paper is your best bet, but it's not going to pan out.
Yep. Oh, Squire takes Angel, even better.
Yeah, that stinks.
And here comes the crossbowman. Get rid of that shield.
I think so.
Yeah.
That stinks.
I think Patrick is in a... I think Patrick's lost this.
Oh, yeah. This is looking like a total board wipe in the next round. Maybe 2.
Priest doesn't even need to do anything.
Priest is just hanging out, man. He's having a good time. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Man, okay, alright.
I think that was a misplay using the Grand Wizard to take out the Paladin. It means that the Grand Wizard is no longer a threat. It just doesn't... It isn't a problem. Because it's got basically no mana, or it has no mana and so can basically do nothing.
You know, I think you're right.
I think Aurelia would have been a better target.
I think you're right.
Because, I mean, if you Arcane Blast Aurelia, she's 1 hit from a knight away from dying.
Oh, jeez, that's...
Yep.
That's brutal.
That's game at that point.
I think so. These
Well,
guys...
They'll play it out.
They're going to play it out. But one thing that I do want to talk about as the game wraps up is I am genuinely excited to see this outcome. So, Patrick, for those of you who have been hanging around in the server, you'll know this. Patrick is like a regular tournament champ. This guy shows up every single week, and I would say, like, wins 1 out of every 3 tournaments he plays in, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Patrick is one of the players in the server where I figure if I'm up against him, I don't have I'm more likely to lose than win.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this guy's really good. And he's also been doing a lot of work in the training lab with Tristan. Like, I know everybody knows Patrick as the slingshot guy, but Patrick's like secondary main is Felguard's Tristan. Okay, this is one of his lists. He knows this list, and there is no try. Regular in the server, but hasn't like done as many tournaments as Patrick. Hasn't gotten as many wins as Patrick, and you would not know it from watching this. Like that was. I'm gonna say, I think Patrick just got outplayed here. Like, there is no try making it look like he's the 5-time tournament champion. And that's hype. I'm here for it.
I think that a combination of Patrick getting outplayed there and just sheer units. I mean, you know, there's been a lot of discussion about how useful units are, but we have seen Thereisnotry just passing in the right situations and using all of his units to just overwhelm Patrick for the smaller stuff, like all of these archers pinging on the elite swordsman throughout this end game that's going down has just been so difficult for Patrick to deal with.
Oh wait, no. From the.
I mean, Aurelia definitely took that, didn't it?
I mean,
she?
it does. It's not like it matters.
No, I don't. No.
But regardless, and like, yes, Thereisnotry did have a unit advantage on Patrick.
I genuinely think that Thereisnotry has outplayed Patrick here.
Yeah, but I will say Thereisnotry definitely had a unit advantage, and that absolutely helped.
Yes.
However, it has been demonstrated multiple times that if you have more units than your opponent, that is not. It's not game losing. You have to use them smartly.
Yeah.
And Thereisnotry absolutely did. Like, you could tell just from like the position at the end of round 1, and we were talking about it, we were like, there's like 3 tridents going on right now. Like that was what did it.
I do think Tristan was underutilized. Didn't get off a single rest. And basically just tanked a couple of hits and then died.
Yeah. And partially that was due to the list. Ultra Knight and Skyrain were really rough to deal with. And that just kind of happens in Blitz. You don't know what you're going up against. You bring 80 gold, and you just hope it works. Because that Blitz is the faster, funner, more casual format, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just get blitzed. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the upcoming holiday season. It's the start of November. We're rolling into December. The weather's been
Thanksgiving and then Christmas.
Yep, absolutely. And there's many great things to come from Legacy's Allure. Check out our socials. Join us on Discord. Take a look at our website. The website not too long ago went through like a huge upgrade. A bunch more content's been added. Definitely give that a look.
It looks so good now.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like, that's not to say it didn't look good, but it looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, Caird, you got any? Yeah, I'll let you do the rest of the sign off. Actually,
it was really fun. It was really fun talking with you and watching this happen. Hope you enjoyed your Halloween. To everyone, yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.